Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading. So these love messages are for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And if you're dealing with a Gemini, that message might actually make more sense for you than the other person. That's called a cross watchers read. Sometimes energy is coming and going. So it might actually make more sense for you than the actual Gemini, okay? And also, whenever you get a love reading, make sure you check your Venus placement because the message might actually be in there, right? So let's look at where you're at, where you're going, and what's to come, right? Okay, so let's jump right in. Okay, all right, Gemini. Okay, 10 of Voices. This is what we're leaving behind, though. Harder endings. Ooh, really harder endings. Some tough lessons. Did you have to repeat this a few times? Different person. Oh, another one came out. 5 of Voices. There's the narcissism, there's the manipulation, there's the mind games, the lying, the cheat, the deceit, something going on. So that's what it feels like, right? Where you came from, so your past. Maybe it's one of those things that it's like, all guys are the same, or all women are the same. Like, all guys are liars or cheaters. Well, all women are, I don't know, what do guys say about women? All women are hoes. I don't know, guys. I know what girls always say about guys. So I'm like, but it's that same old story. So what it does feel like is in the past, you keep attracting that same kind of karmic lesson. So you were supposed to learn something here out of this relationship. And because you didn't, that soul contract didn't get dissolved. So you had to repeat it again. So it was a new person, new personality, new beliefs, and everything. But at their core, they were here to trigger you with that same core wound, right? They needed to maybe trigger abandonment, or they had to trigger rejection, or if the masculines, one of the big masculines' core wounds is a fear of commitment. Wherever it's at, you kept learning the same cycle, going through the same cycle because you didn't learn the lesson. But again, I think during it, we're only in the past so far, but I think during it, it's like, why me? Why? Right? I'm not lucky in love. Why does this always happen to me? I keep finding all the players, all the douchebags, all the hoes, all the cheaters, whatever it is. Take that as it relates to you. We'll pull an oracle. However, well, yeah, I can't see yet. Let's see. Okay, that one wants to come out. Worth waiting for children. But what that feels like to me is don't give up on love, right? There's that. Let me grab some water and then I'll say this. There's that saying, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. Stay true in that. Don't be one of those people that are like, no, I'd rather have never been in love because I wouldn't have to deal with heartache and heartbreak and all that, because there is something great for you. God, source, the universe, however you relate with that, has a plan for you. There is a master plan set in place. Things that you cannot get around of. Free will is real, and so things may take longer to get to some soul contract, some stuff that you came to this lifetime to deal with, to go through all that stuff. However, divine timing is true too, and so is fate and destiny. So you set up things before you came in this life to say, hey, I want to go through this, I'm going to learn this is going to happen, and who it's going to happen with, right? So all of that is real. But like when free will comes in, our ego gets attached, we meet people, attachments become born, and things happen. So that's what I'm saying. It may take a little bit longer, and that's okay. We all learn when we're supposed to. Like, no judgment. If it takes somebody 100 years or it takes somebody a day, like, nobody's better or worse, right? It just, that's your level of consciousness, and that's fine, right? It is what it is. So we'll all learn when we're ready to, okay? All right, so let's look where you're presently at. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so I just heard shame, but then it was guilt, shame, fear, remorse, stuff like that. Those are lower vibrational emotions. They're at the bottom of the scale of emotions. What does that have to do with parents, though? I'm hearing something to do with parents. I think it's something that happened when you were a kid. It may have not directly came to your parents. Something around, it could have been from your parents. Okay, oh, I don't lose you guys here really quick. I'll pull cards in a second, but I think that's a chance to purge this, right? So a lot of stuff, like energy transfer is real. Like sometimes people hear something and they pick up on somebody else's belief, and you're just like, well, I don't know where it came from. Well, that was their energy, and you end up taking it on as your own. However, stuff that happens with our parents, right? If your parent has a belief, especially the mom, think about the mom, because you actually are in the uterus, and they sit with you for 9 months, and so obviously we share DNA and stuff. However, stuff can be passed down, so anything that is said or felt or whatever can start getting programmed in the cells while you're in the womb. And so it feels like there was maybe some shame or guilt, and they're highlighting remorse too, but really high with shame that happened with your mother because of whatever happened in her life, right? It really could have been passed down from her mother and her grandma. I can't see where it came from directly, but it wasn't yours. So it's something that was genetically programmed into your cells, probably before birth. But you definitely picked up something from childhood, right? This is a chance for you to purge that, though. This is very interesting. I think that's how you're going to break the cycle, though, because this is really important. When you break free of those lower vibrational emotions, you can rise up the scale of consciousness. So that's what I was talking about. And then you start to elevate above it. And as you get a little bit higher out of those like shame, guilt, and fear, you get to like anger, and you keep going up. And I mean, there's sadness, there's grief, and you get to neutrality, and you keep going up to love and hope and enlightenment all the way to the top. However, you're definitely going to go through a purge, because here's the thing. Whatever that vibrational emotion that's stored in your cells, like I'm saying, it's not yours. However, that's kind of why you keep repeating this cycle, because you're like taking your mother's shame and you don't even know it. This is like all unconsciously. This is like in the cells, genetically, all quantumly. I don't want to go too much off of that because I'll sit here and talk about it for an hour. But anyways, basically what I'm saying, this is not your energy, and so you're going to go through some purge. But basically what it leads to is, because you purge this energy, you break this cycle. It's like this toxic cycle. So when you break it, your soul is evolved and you start to go up the scale of consciousness. But this is when you meet your match. This is a really good energy for you. There's a very pure energy coming through. It's like a white butterfly that I see. Let me pull some cards where you're at. Okay. Muse of Voices. Let's pull an oracle. Yeah, that's that cleansing, though. That's what it just feels like to me. Okay. And we've got deception. Yep, because that's what we have to cleanse. The deception, the fear, the grief, the remorse, the shame, whatever that is, because it was bestowed upon you. You guys are like two of the same, right? I mean, you share the same DNA. I just keep hearing cleansing. This is that cleansing process. You're at it right now. Like I said, most of this is done unconsciously. I don't even think, like, we're not that aware that we're like, oh, I can feel this cell changing and it's getting rid of this vibration, this past life karma, and this happened with my mother. Like, we don't know that stuff, right? It just kind of happens. And then it's like, well, I break the cycle. And some people may just say, hey, I'm lucky in love now, right? I met my match. I met the one. This is important for your cycle and your process and your journey, your path to get to the one, right? Let's look at where you're going. Okay. Knight of Voices, Nine of Voices, Three of Inspiration. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. See the unicorn, right? There's the white. I was seeing the white butterfly, but white's purity isn't quite standing straight up. I know it's flying, but it's kind of like tilted. We're still kind of like correcting some past mistakes, some errors. There's the pain, the anxiety, the fear, the grief, the sadness. That's perfect. That's Nine of Voices. However, I'm telling you, now that you've unlocked the key, now that you've purged that, you're at the very last leg. Because look at, she got the key and she's about to open the door. So what does that tell me? You've purged. The energy now has to settle. This is almost integration, right? Because you need a moment to adjust to these new vibrations. What happens after the 3 is the 4. That's the action. That's the stability. That's the foundational. That's you get everything. Happy home. This is very much a foundational energy. You have to build a foundation, right? You have the key. You're right there about to unlock the door. Let's actually pull. I want to do an advice and a final outcome. Because right now, yeah, it really hasn't. I know this is supposed to be a romantic spread, but this is basically what you need to know, what's going on, why you haven't found the one. Because I'm telling you, same old story, same old man, same old woman, nothing changes, right? And they didn't even highlight where you're at now, anything about your relationship, but this is so important. Let me see where we're going. 7 of Inspiration, that's been coming out like crazy. You don't have to run anymore. That's the advice. Let's look at the outcome, the final outcome. Oh, I peeked at it. There's 2 of them. Yes. Oh, I can't even, oh, there's 3 of them. I didn't even see what the other one was. Oh my God, I can't even make this up. They jumped, but they went flying, okay? There's a reason I said this. This is how you get your happily ever after, okay? 10 of Cups is the final cup. You've got the 9 cups, you filled up your cup, you get your happily ever after now. Happy home, happy life, happy everything. This is your happy family. This is how you get there. This is the process. So I'm sorry that you may not be like, you didn't tell me love was going to find me tomorrow. No, no, no. You've gone through a huge cleanse and purge. You're going to stop in those cycles. The next relationship is going to last because you've gotten rid of all that gunk in your chakras and your cells and your meridians and all that energy space. Your aura is going to be cleansed. You're going through this so you could find your next soulmate. Could be your twin. Could be your karmic. Karmic can be good. There is good karma. Check this out. The wheel's turning. The wheel has turned in your favor. This was a part of the journey. The wheel is turned in your favor. With the 10 of emotions, happily ever after, wheels in your favor. The sun. This is positivity. This is good news. This is sunshine. This is great energy. You want to know if you're going to find somebody you're sick of being alone? Hello. This is the final outcome. Love is going to find you. I said you don't have to chase it anymore. You don't have to push it away. It's there. It's there. You become the you become the vibration of love. So pretty much, maybe your standards were here. It's like they will race here, and the person you find is going to be up here. There's no more settling. This is beautiful love. The love you deserve. The love that you should cherish. They will cherish you. You could trust them. This is what love is made of. You are on the right path. Whatever this is like the real inner work, because you're doing this. Huge karmic payoff in a good way, because that's when a twin could come in, your next romantic soulmate. But what I say after 3s is the 4, the foundational energy. That's long-term commitment. You have love coming to you. Don't worry about it, okay? You may be right now, I'm sick of waiting. It's coming. Would you rather jump in a relationship again? Same old story, same old cycle. Get your heart broken. And again, 6 months later, a year later, 3 years later, it doesn't work out, and you're still in that same cycle. You're getting off the karmic wheel. Look at it. What did I say? I'm covered in chills, right? So that final emotional payoff is coming. That good karma is coming. You don't have to worry about it. It will find you, okay? All right, Gemini, we'll wrap up your reading right there. If you got anything on this reading, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. This way I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then the bell right next to it too. You'll hit the bell and turn on all notifications, because I do daily videos and I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. That next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for watching, Gemini. Be blessed.